All right, guys. So I didn't make a video. Well, I made a video after my set at Jimmy Kimmel's last night, but I whoops, sorry, hands in the way. But I have to be honest with you guys. So there's a guy who I did the show with. His name is Skills Hudson. Met him a few times. He's a different kind of guy, but he asked. I asked him about his show because he has one on Fridays. And he's like, "Yeah, why don't you come through and do a guest spot?" I was like, "Okay." So boom, guess what? We're heading to Jimmy Kimmel's back-to-back nights, and we're gonna do a set. And I'm pumped. I'm excited. I'm ready to go. I just did a mic at Goat Bar, which is like a great place for me to just explore and try random new stuff. And then I was just kind of like exploring about a joke that I was working on about my sisters and them being good looking and how it sucks being not so good looking. You know, I look good right now. Say less, queen. No, I'm just kidding. But like, yeah, just basically talking about, like what it's like to have a hot sister and everybody wants to talk to your sister. It's a very annoying thing. Anyway, um, then I just finished up with the joke about me being homeless and my kid playing football and everything like that. So I finished the joke with that. Um, so uh, I'm pretty excited. I'm going. I don't know how much time I'm doing. It could be just 5. It could be 10. I'm gonna try to shoot for 10 to 15 if he lets me. 15 would be dope because then I can get a lot of stuff out, which would be amazing. But guess where we are? We're at Caesar's Palace, where I used to work, where they denied me, these bastards. But yeah, so we're here and we are heading to Jimmy Kimmel. So I will see you guys there. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So I'll be speaking live. Yeah, I've been talking loud. And we be getting high. We just in the vibes, trying to make it by. Just let the man breathe and just hush so my mind could just see, so my mind don't erupt. At times I feel I can't get enough, but I sip a double cup and I spin a...
All right, guys. So you won't believe it, but I'm going back to Jimmy Kimmel's now. I don't know if I'm going up. This is Josh Wolf's show. I know I usually just try to go there every Monday when I can to just watch Josh Wolf because it's you don't really get to watch an actual touring headliner out here on a regular basis like this. So taking those advantages is key for me as a younger comic, older guy though, but younger comic. I got to talk to you guys about my set the other night. I had a great set at Skills Hudgens show. That went fantastic. I will say the ending. Sorry, I just spit. That's gross. I'm sorry, guys. The ending, I for some reason didn't hit like it usually does. But with that being said, I was smashing through from front to back. The last 2 jokes just didn't nail. Either way, I had a good time. Went after the show, hung out with a couple of ladies. Nothing crazy happened, but we got a little drunk. And I don't drink. If you know me, I don't drink like that. So that was fun. Now, we are going to see what happens tonight. So I was going to go try to hit this open mic earlier, but I just didn't have the time. And then I going to try to hit that one later after this show. This show ends around like 9:15, 9:30. And then I'm going to go hit that, and then I'll hit another open mic at Quads. Got to speak to somebody who's from the Austin scene. Austin comedy scene right now is getting kind of a bad rap, and I'm looking to go there eventually because my job really, what I do for work, like really it's all in Austin. There's a lot of opportunities there so I can make money and keep, chasing this comedy dream thing that I'm trying to do here. But the way that the city's designed too, it's very easy to get in and it's cheaper. So all signs point going back to living there. And I loved when I was living there. It was great. I had a great time. But the comedy scene in Austin has been getting a little bit of a bad rep as a racist. And I don't know if you guys can see it in my face, but I am terrorist face. So that's idiot, right? Okay. But with that being said, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if people are just trying to get clicks. I don't know what it is. I would like to see it myself. I don't know. Like, I know that it's a very edgelord scene, from what I've heard. Okay, I gotta put you guys down a little bit because I can't record it here and they will get salty. So it is a little bit of an edgelord scene from what I've heard. A lot of R words getting thrown around, gender stuff. It's really loud in this bitch. I'm sorry. And a lot of stuff like that. So um, basically, I hope you guys can hear me. I don't even know. Why is it so loud, the music? So basically, with that being said, that too, what else? Oh, they hate women there apparently, which is crazy. They're like, why am I single? That's probably why. Because you hate women. Um, so yeah, basically that's what I've been hearing. And I spoke with a comic that lived there for about 2 years, and he was giving me kind of the details of the Austin comedy scene on his perspective. He also gave me some great advice and the mistakes he made. Some of the mistakes he made was he would get a little too comfortable in green rooms, things like that, and just causing issues when issues didn't have to happen, technically speaking, I would say. Or like if he just shut his mouth, he would have been fine maybe. But I get it, bro. It's hard to not pop off on people, but there's a reason why they have sayings, and they always say, "Be the bigger man and walk away." So that's kind of the key, So be the bigger man, walk away. And but he gave me some great advice, and I'm excited to see if I do end up moving out there. I mean, eventually that's the goal. I don't know how soon. It could be within the next 6 to 8 months. It could be another year from today. It all just depends on what's going on financially, what's going on with my personal life, a lot of factors. So we're going to see what happens. But like I said, we had a great set. If I get this set tonight, you're talking about 3 sets of Jimmy Kimmel's in, the last week. And then gonna be doing my best to get on the Lewis Belt show at Wise Guys on Thursday. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can jump on that show. And then I got another show, like a bar show. So you're talking about 5 shows a week where, I went from nothing to getting spots. I still haven't been able to get my LA comedy club situation squared away. Of me trying to get my audition set there. I already spoke with one of the owners, and he's 100% down. I gotta run into the other guy he's basically the talent acquisition. So we'll see how it goes. We're almost at Jimmy Kimmel, so guys, I gotta go, and let's try to see what happens tonight. Later. All right, guys, so we're leaving the Josh Wolf show, and we did not get up, which is totally fine, but what we did was we got to watch an absolute headliner do his thing, where, he's doing a new joke about something that happened to him right off the rip, because he hasn't been on stage for a month. So it's just that conversation that he has. I've seen Josh Wolf on so many podcasts, and it's crazy to me that the way he talks on the podcast is exactly the way he talks on stage. That calmness, that fluidity. I mean, it's just a real treat to watch, man. I'm so lucky to be able to just walk in there. I'm really cool with the Jimmy Kimmel staff. Everyone really likes me. I say to myself, I don't order drinks. I don't do anything. I don't act out of the ordinary. And they've been very sweet to me and very nice. So I really appreciate you guys. If you haven't been to Jimmy Kimmel's, go there. They're very sweet people. The comedy club in Vegas. So yeah, I got to watch Josh do his thing. It was cool. It was great. Now I need to go do my thing. So I'm going to go hit Ola Habibi. Hopefully I can get on the list. I usually do well at that mic. I do more than well. I kind of crush on that mic. I don't know why, but it's a mix show. So you have a lot of mix acts, poetry, rap, music, comedy. Usually the comedy people go up first, stick up the place, and then I go up and do my thing. Now I'm just kidding, kind of low-key not. But so we're gonna head there. I'll see if they can squeeze me on for a quick 5, and then I'm gonna head to Quads. And then today's Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday, so I got work tomorrow, and then Tuesday's my Friday, and then Tuesday, 2, 3 open mics I think I can hit. So I'm gonna hit up 3 of them, and then Wednesday we got about 3 as well that I'm probably gonna hit up, and then we're gonna go to Lewis Belt show and see if we can jump on that show and see what we could do. Just give me 5, give me 10 really, but give me something. I don't care what it is. Just give me some time. So I'm about to head to the car and get it going, get to these mics. Let's go. All right, guys. So it is Thursday, October 30th, the day before Halloween. I am heading to Wise Guys to see if I can get on the Lewis Belt show. Now, last night or the other night I did not get on Josh Wolf's show, which is, it is what it is. It's fine. But I go there anyway just to watch him because he's, like I said, he's a headliner, bro, and you get to actually watch a real headliner who sells tickets around this country. You get to watch them do stand-up, and you can learn. I'm there. So it was dope, man, and he's just, new joke, too, right up the top. Rips it. Boom. Now, we're going to Lewis Belt show. There's been some stuff going on lately at Lewis Belt show where I don't think he appreciates some of the comics that he put on, from what I've heard. He doesn't appreciate what they're doing with stage time. So not 1, but 2 comics look like they went over their time, from what I'm hearing, both times. And so I don't know. I know he has got 1 guy coming to do a set from, like LA or wherever. But from what the manager at the club told me, that there's only 2 people on the show. It's just Lewis Belt and the other guy that I mentioned. Now, I'm not like super cool with Lewis, but he knows who I am, and he doesn't know who I am really, but if he sees me, he recognizes me. Basically, that's where we're at right now in life with him, and we are just gonna see. So I told the manager at Wise Guys, I was like, hey man, I'm trying to get on this show tomorrow. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna go into the green room and I'm gonna talk to him. And he was like, well, we can't really do that, which is, legal issues. Sorry, I'm brushing my beard. Guys, it takes a lot to keep this thing. All right, look, this is what you do. That's it. And we're beautiful. Yeah, we're good. Now, he said, why don't you text him? I was like, because I don't have his number. So that's another thing I'm trying to do, is get his number tonight, maybe after the show. If I don't get to get on the stage either way, I got to try to get his number. That's the key, so I can get on the show monthly. It's a monthly show, and it's just a really good spot for me to work out, especially in that room at Wise Guys, because I get to show the manager, hey, if anyone needs anything at this club, if they need a host, they need this, they need that, I'm on it, bro. I'm on it. I don't even host that much, but I know I do very well at hosting. I don't know. There's just this natural ability that I have that it's been doing very good. Now, gotta take a sip of this coffee. Homemade. Way better than whatever this garbage is out here. Yeah, so my plan is just to get to the club, and I'm gonna go right to the manager, be like, go ask then. Or I'm gonna ask, one of the 2. I don't care how it's gonna happen, but somebody needs to push forward here so I can figure out if I'm on the show or not. If anything, if not, that's fine. I will talk to him after the show and be like, hey, put me on the show every single night. Every last Thursday of the month, and we'll see. Maybe I can try to help with tickets or merch or whatever the hell he's got going on. And not only am I how can I also return the favor? What do I bring to the table? Is it just stand-up comedy, or can I do something else that helps as well? So a lot of people who get go on tours with people sometimes, like Gary Owen's guy, I forgot his name, Adam Finicky. He's really good at making clips and stuff, and he started making a bunch of clips for Gary Owens. He just reached out to him one day. He's like, hey man, I can make you clips that are better than whatever you're doing now. Why don't you let me do that and I'll go on tour? He's like, deal. And then Adam does 20 to 30 minute sets now, constantly, and he's on tour with Gary Owens, always working hard, always working on his craft. So that's pretty dope, dude. What can you bring to the table is are you just going up there asking for a guest spot with nothing in hand? It's dang, dude, what else can I bring? I don't know. I think I got an idea, but I'm pretty sure I have that game plan of what I'm going to try to do. But I don't know exactly, what else do I have, I guess. I mean, I can edit videos, I can do all that, but I don't know. Let's just hope we get on the show and we do our set. I'm excited. It's a pretty solid crowd, generally speaking. I don't know how many people are there, but usually last time I saw, it wasn't last month, the month before, it was about 100, 150 people. 100 people, 150 people maybe. So that was a pretty good show. I don't know if it's like fed in tickets from um, the club or whatever. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, we are on our way. And the week's been going good. Monday I did that MF Monday, I think it's what it's called, at the Ola Habibi spot again. That I think I talked about it earlier in another video or another time, but that was cool. Got to really just trying to work on this life story um, stuff, and try to really get that put all together to string things along. And then when I was getting ready for this show, I was like, oh, I have an opening for a joke of mine that will transition very well right away, seamlessly. Some of the issues that a lot of comics will have when they're 1 to 5 years in is the transition into like a transition into a new story or a new joke. Like if you're a setup punch guy, it's like setup punch, boom, done. Maybe another one after that, another one after that, on to the next one. It could be a totally different subject, might not even be related to what you were just talking about. So transition with them, it's not bad. It's going to be I would say a little easier. But when you're doing stories and then you're transitioning to an entire different segment, how do you do that seamlessly where everything fits together like this? It's called weave. You gotta weave it in. That's what Joey Diaz would call it. Weaving it in. How do you weave it in? And the more times you do the set, longer sets are key because the longer you have it, like the longer sets you have, 10, 15, 20 minutes, you start weaving it in and getting in and out of positions in your jokes or in your story and making the transition seem like flawless. Like it's just so well done that like it doesn't they don't even realize that they're talking about another subject until they get all the details from you, and it just comes out and it's beautiful. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do because I have been stretching out. I've been getting these 10 to 12 to 15 minute sets now, and I just never it's not that I never I knew I was always going to be able to do these sets. I just knew it was a matter of time. I just didn't think it would happen now at this this quickly in like 1 month. I've done like a lot of shows that are 10 to 15 minute sets, and being about 3.5 years in, 4 years into comedy, basically like a golden rule from kind of what I've talked to with like headliners and stuff like that. It's like every year you get like a very solid 5 minutes. So like you're 4 years in, you'll have like a solid 20, Okay, maybe you can go 30, but the 20 is solid. That's kind of what you're looking for a 4 year comic. But the thing is when you're 10 or 15 years in, now you look back at that 20, it's not as good as it can be because you're deeper in the game and you know how to make your jokes better or your stories better or inflections or adding act outs and all these things, right? Speaking of act outs, last night there was this amazingly pretty lady from, I think, North Carolina, and she was with the comedian Chris Clark. I think I might have mentioned this last time, but man, I gotta tell you, dude, she was unbelievable. She's 6'2". She had a joke about short dudes hitting on her and stuff, and I'm like, man, dude, I wish I followed her. I would have smashed. I would have smashed if I followed her because like I'm 5'7", she was 6'2", and it was just hilarious. Her act outs, whatever. I don't know how long she's been doing comedy, but I know that she's been on some significant. You could just tell she's been doing it for definitely 5, 8 to 10 years. I would say 8 to 10, unless she's just like an amazing. Some people are just amazing talents, and they got it organized, they got their sets ready to go, and it doesn't matter how long they've been doing it for 2 years, 3 years, and they sound like a 10-year comic. But just from seeing that, it was just a 3 minute set. I don't know if she's an 8-year or 10-year comic, but I'll tell you this: she destroyed, and she went late. So she went up late with like maybe 10 comics left. Killed, riffed at the beginning, went right into a joke, bam, 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 killed. Yeah, it was dope. It was dope to see. So There's some talent out there, fellas, ladies. There are some talented people out in these comedy streets. But you can't. You gotta just focus on your own. But dang, that was dope to watch. I don't really, I don't really stick at the comedy club like beforehand. I kind of know. I just tell them to put me last because I got stuff to do, man. Like I got things to do. I got things to do. Period. And I don't feel like waiting at the comedy club for my spot for 2 hours. I could be so much more productive. I could be editing videos. I could be doing this, doing that. Spoke about it so many times. But so I came in last night and I got to see her go up. And I came in 8:30, 8:45. The show usually ends at 9, 9:30. So I'm the open mic and she destroyed, just destroyed, just a destroyer. Gorgeous, 6'2", just built too, like just like a savage. Man, it was crazy. I couldn't believe it. She was so jacked. I've never seen a girl so jacked like that with her legs. Like it was just insane. Her legs were as tall as me, dude. It was freaking wild. All right, so we're at Wise Guys, and let's go see if we can get on stage and be undeniable. That's the key, baby. Just be undeniable, baby. That's it. That's all they ask for you. Hey, you want to get up on here? Just be undeniable. And I'm sorry you're hearing all these squeaks on my Tesla because the control arms are trash. We are replacing them. I just ordered the parts, so and we are getting new brakes pads because the brake pads are squeaky as hell. And no more squeaks, no more crunching noise, no more nothing. And we are at Wise Guys, so let's get after it, boys and girls. All right, guys. So we got good light where it's the next day from the Lewis Bell show, which I did get on. All right, I got on. Now, how did I perform? Not good. Not good. That was a very rough set for me. Um, so this is kind of what happened. It's all on me, by the way. I have to be better, and there's just no excuses. Like I have been running hot. Like this is probably I would say I've done like 10 shows that in like the clubs and stuff in a row, and I've done very good to very good on every single one of them. I never really there was a few of them where like I would say the Cam Patterson one I really dunked on, but like that crowd was just electric. 400 people. I know it sounds crazy, but like it's easier to perform in front of a lot of people than not a lot of people. It's like a chain reaction. You know, it's hard to bomb when the place is packed. Um, where you get to find out if your material is really good is when there's not that many people there, and you're opening and you're hosting. That's how you figure out like, yo, what do I got? And last night I didn't have much. So this is what happened. I pull up. The day before I talked to Asa or the manager, and basically he was like, "Hey, if just come by, like I'll see if we can get you on the show. We'll see what's going on." So I showed up, chilling, and Asa saw me, and I guess Lewis was like, "Oh, we only got two people," and they're like, "Do you have anybody else?" And I was the only comic there. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, we got Ahmed. He'll just let me see if he wants to host. So I guess he came up to me. He's like, do you care if you host? I was like, you guys want me to take the bullets? He's like, yeah, sure. I was like, dang, all right. I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, I don't let me host. Let me do it. I knew, from previous hosts on that show, it's starting to like until Lewis Belt steps on the show, like generally speaking, he takes care of everything, as in performing at a super high level. But like getting the crowd ready is hard. And like I've been naturally good at hosting. It seems like something happened this time where I did good right away. I did like a quick, terrible hack joke. Ba 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 ba. I look like that. Ba. And then I tried to follow up with it, didn't work. And then I was like, all right. And I tried to get the energy up. One side did not care that I was there. They're like, nah, nah. I was like, all right. Like, all right, what do we do here? Uh,
So like, I don't know, man. And then I went into my joke. After that, I tried to do. There was one guy by himself tried to do crowd work. It was bombing. So I was like, move on. Like I didn't even want to do crowd work. It just kind of happened. I was just looking at the crowd, da, 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 doing my thing, and that didn't do good. And then for the first 3 minutes, I mean, I was missing, boy. Your boy was missing, dude. Oh, I was missing so hard, and I was like, okay, that's when I realized that my delivery was off. I could hear it. I was like, okay, lock in, lock in. All right, we still have, okay, we missed at the beginning. We did okay at the beginning. We're just getting the crowd a little warm, not too much, which you're supposed to get them really warm. But like, all right, now we need to focus. Now we need to focus. And because we're bombing, and I know I'm bombing, but I could pull out of this. I pulled out of it before. So let's hit it in high gear. So then I did the one joke that usually breaks them. If I'm bombing, it breaks them. Broke. And I was like, all right, here we go. And then I started kind of catching some heat. I was like, bang, bang, got some more heat. And then the closers nailed really good. And I was like, all right, cool. So the first 5 minutes was terrible. It was just a freaking nightmare. And then they started liking me after that. It was like the next 5 to 7 minutes was cool. Um, it was tough, man. And then I brought the next comic up, brought him up pretty good. He went up, he was doing his thing. He was having a little tough time, which I would say is my fault. I really, if I got the crowd on if I did my job correctly, I could have warmed up the crowd, everything would have been good, and then the next comic wouldn't have had such a difficult time, right? That's my fault, and I have to do better, um, and there's no excuses, man. Like these opportunities, it's not they until you sell tickets, they don't care about anything. It's just what you have done for me lately, and I haven't done much, so it's like I didn't do much on that show. Now when the next comic came off, I said something and it cracked the room. Right before I brought up Louis Bell, boom, cracked him. I said two things, bam, bam, got him, and I was like, all right, here we go. Now we're flowing. And then I brought up Louis Bell, really good. Brought him up on stage. I would say the first couple of minutes took him like 2 minutes to break the crowd. Boom, broke the crowd, and that's the difference between a 4 year, 3.5, 4 year comic to a headliner. Yeah, this dude can headline all over the country if he wants. He probably does. I mean, I don't know exactly what his tour schedule is. He's got about 200,000 followers, so he's really good, man. Like I know some people, I don't know what people think of him or whatever, but in my opinion, not only is he really good, he's just so free on stage, like the freest, just open, energy, bah, like it's I learned a lot, man. And I was like really upset with my set, and I was just kind of, I was just really over it, man. And then at the end of the night, though, I went and spoke with Lewis, and I was like, hey, man, like, I'd really love to do your show again, and I can help you with this, that, whatever you need. He's like, bro, like, really good job tonight. Like, you were struggling at the beginning, and then you pulled through at the end, which shows me that you're like a fighter, like you hustle. And the fact that you just stuck with your material and kept going, and then when they broke, bam, you're good. You did that was showed me a lot of who you are as a comic and what you're able to do. And I was like, oh, thanks, man. And so he has a show on the 20th, and I was like, yo, I'd love to cold open, host, whatever you want, man. I'll do whatever. I'll take the bullets. I don't care. And he's like, all right, bet, dude, for sure. And then, so hopefully I'm on the next show. After that performance is crazy, but like, hey, dude, we'll take it. Man, it was, and then I talked to my best friend about it, and I think, I don't know if he listened to the set or not, but he was like, when you're in like a mixed room, mostly urban, it was mostly a black show, which generally I do good in, but tonight they were not feeling me, like until later on in my set. And he's like, you could just hear the differences. It was like two different comics, Like when I was listening to my set, he hasn't heard. I don't know if he heard it. I don't remember if we talked about it last night. I think we did, but yeah, it was two different comics, man. Like the beginning, it was like his first time he was doing comedy. The second part did great. And it's like I just got to push it through the whole thing, you know. Um, yeah, man. uh it's tough, dude. It's tough. When you do rough, it's hard, man. But like you just gotta move on. Um, when you have a rough set like that, you gotta move on and just put it behind you, learn from it. You kind of need these moments though, because what these moments do is it makes you realize like how much more work you need to be doing. Is there a distraction in your life that you need to cancel out? Like what can we tighten up in your life to give you more time to focus on your craft? And I think that's really what hit me last night. I may have been drinking a little bit, not before the show, but like this week and last week, I drank more than I've had in a year combined. And it's like, why am I don't even drink. Like, what am I doing? Cut that out. Instead of drinking, maybe I don't know, do what I always do, just go home and work on videos, edit videos, go over my sets. But like last week, I just had it was like, I had a good week, man, like all week long. I was on stage at Jimmy Kimmel's or doing some sets. Like it was been great, but it's time for me to like, I don't know, lock in more, man. Like really, really, really lock in. Like cancel out anything and anybody who's like in my life that's not productive for me or like pulling me down or anything like that. Just focus on my job, my stand up, my son, and me getting better as a person. That's basically it. And whatever I want is going to come to me. I just got to put the work in. And last night's show me is like, all right, time to. I kind of needed that. I'm not saying I was riding high. I wasn't like walking around like I did this, I did that. I never do that. But like I was like, okay, maybe I am good at this. And then boom, the comedy gods come and they just smack you in the face. And I'm like, wait a second. Not tonight, baby. I'm gonna put you in a tough spot. You're going up first, and you're gonna bomb for about 5 minutes, and then you're gonna get them back. But you bomb. Remember that for 5 minutes straight, homie. Yeah, man, that was brutal. It's okay. We will figure it out. We will get better, and we will start doing whatever we got to do to be undeniable. It's going to take time. And time is of the essence, whatever that means. I'm just kidding. I don't know. But yeah, it's that was definitely an awakening of, hey, like you sometimes, yeah, like do you look good in certain settings when the stage is everything's set up and like two people go ahead of you and soften up the crowd and then you go up like what happened to me at Jimmy Kimmel's? Yeah, you look good. Yeah, that's fine. Do you sound very comfortable and on stage like I did at Jimmy Kimmel's, which is like one of the harder rooms out here? Um, but yeah. But like remember there was a host that went first and another person that went before me, so the crowd's been broken. Do you know what I mean? Like the crowd just started breaking and getting ready to laugh. And then I went and did my set, and then that set the tone, and then everybody started doing great. So, but when you're like, you gotta remember when you're hosting or whatever, it's a totally different animal. It's a different beast, and you have to be prepared for it. You have to bring the energy. You have to. I could have done better. I could have done better. And I need to do better. We'll see if I get another opportunity. Hopefully, I mean, he said I was on the show on the 20th, so we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna try to do whatever I can to sell tickets and help out, and so I can get the stage time. That opening for doing a hosting in that show at Lou's Bell Show, if I could figure that out and how to host, I could host anywhere. Like it's gonna take time. It's a muscle that like you got to figure out. It's hard to figure out, but once you do, boom, it's like you'll never forget it. So it's Saturday, we got a show, and we'll see what happens, guys. All right, so we got a show at it's a bar show, so we're gonna have a little bit more fun and relax. More relaxed at bar shows. You can just kind of like mess around with people. I am tired. Mess around with people and chill and kind of, you know, experiment a little bit more and then lock it back in. But I can't be experiment too much. I really got to be running that 10 to 15 and getting that down flawlessly. So I know every single little joke, everything that's going to come out of my mouth, I know in and out, and I'm going to have zero issues, right? But yeah, so that's what happened last night, and we'll get after it, guys. All right, I'll see y'all soon. Keep grinding, keep doing your thing. Let's go, baby.
Every single day I feel it.
Every single day I feel the pressure. Double up the work, let's make it extra. Working so my mother get a rest, yeah. Working like I never knew I'm blessed, yeah. Every single day I feel the pressure. Diamonds in my eyes, I know I'm special. In the gym, I gotta get my reps up. In the gym, I gotta get my working. I can't leave it all the chances, make it certain. Yeah, I had to lose it all to find my purpose. Yeah, but I won't do that twice, it made me nervous. Let's get to working. I'm like check one, check two, gon' get these bands now. Want this, want that, gotta be stand out. Jokes on you, boy, tell me you the man now. Every single day I feel the pressure. Double up the work, let's make it extra. Working so my mother get a rest, yeah. Working like I never knew I'm blessed, yeah. Every single day I feel the pressure. Diamonds in my eyes, I know I'm special. In the gym, I gotta get my reps up. In the gym, I gotta get my reps up. Yeah. In the gym, I gotta get my reps up. Yeah. You know. Okay, I'm him. Ain't nobody help me shooting in the gym. It's always been on me, I always gotta build. I let everybody eat before I got my fill. Ooh, keep it real, ooh, yeah. I got my family, ain't no plan B. If I don't get it, then we don't eat. I feel the pressure when I'm not weak. My demons coming like a stampede. But trust me, man, I got it. I'm never out of pocket. We ain't never playing tag, you doubters are just nodding. Only seeing green, no wonder why I never stop it. And while you turning up, I just go up, I'm like a rocket, yeah. While you turning up, I just go up, I'm like a rocket, yeah. Pressure make diamonds. Every single day I feel the pressure. Double up the work, let's make it extra. Working so my mother get a rest, yeah. Working like I never knew I'm blessed, yeah. Every single day I feel the pressure. Diamonds in my eyes, I know I'm special. In the gym, I gotta get my reps up. In the gym,